Hey guys, went for my restricted license about a month ago, and I just want to try and retrack some of those steps before I forget, and I'll chuck it on camera. Hopefully battery lasts, daylight lasts, and my memory card lasts, and yeah. So I'll talk you through. We're at Botany and at McDonald's in Botany. First thing first is, one, you pay a fee to go on this test if your bike's not up to warrantable standard. It doesn't have a warrant or a rego, or in my case, when I went to start, one of the blinkers had just stopped working. The guy said, can't take you on the test, the blinker's not working. I said, hold up, shot around the corner, grabbed a bulb, and he was kind enough to let me do that, and I swapped out the blinker and bulb, and away I went. So I'll just run you straight through what we did. So after he does a warrant check, we leave here. He follows behind us. We're obviously going slow. You've got to be quite exaggerated on your head checks. There's a thing that's called Milo, which is not what he taught me. He taught me MIB, mirrors, indicators, and blind spot check, right? I did my test at 4:30 in the afternoon. I was thought that was a bad time. He actually said it was a good time because it's so busy. You don't have to go fast. You're stuck in traffic. Gives you time to kind of just mosey on through. So we're just going to indicate. We're going to come out here. Now it's important to look over your shoulder and on the inside lane. That was something that was quite prominent. First thing here. 4 meters behind the car in front of you, and we're in behind the driver's seat at the moment. It's not always the driver's seat, but that's where we are at the moment. So as a rule of thumb though, I was like, well, is it 2 meters, is it 4? As a rule of thumb, a good car length behind the car in front of you. So this here is a 4-wheel drive, and you know, I'm a decent car length behind. Always looking in your mirrors, so MIB, mirrors, indicate, and blind spot, which means shoulder check. Check your blind spot. He was real big on that, especially on the inside lane. So we take off now. Can't really see my blinkers because I got my phone in the way. But we're always scanning. We've got a green light here. But green light doesn't necessarily mean no one's going to come the other way, right? We're in an 80k zone here, which is blinking fast. Look how close this guy's going behind this guy. Half a car length, right? Idiot. Right. So anyway, here we are, and we're sitting behind the drivers. So now I can pick up a bit of pace, get up to 80k's, and I'm just shifting through my gears. I'm staying in behind here, looking in my mirrors. You've got to physically move your head. You can't just use eye shifts. So I'm coming up the green light. I've got to scan both sides of the road like that. Carry on moving forward. I've got a car in my rear vision mirror. I'm going to speed up a little to the 80k's, and I'm going to indicate. I've already looked at my mirrors. Now I'm going to shoulder check, and I'm going to move over. All right? That's how we do it. So now, back to the ride. Now we're coming up this road here. It's an 80k road. He basically said whatever the speed limit is, you know, between the speed limit and 5 under is good. Now I'm indicating to get into the right hand lane. I do a shoulder check after I look in my mirrors, and this is where I went. So another lane over, shoulder check, and here I go. Now I'm going to sit in behind here. One thing I did when I got to this set of lights, you'll see here, this is quite a big intersection, and I was basically worried I wasn't going to make it across, and you'll probably see when we get this green light, you'll actually see how short light phase it is, right? But rule of thumb, we get across it if we can. If it's orange, then we just stay. Alright, so green light's on, mirrors, away we go. Inside lane, shoulder check. See, there you go, orange light. We're not even into it, so we'll come out the other end. Right, mirrors, getting up a bit of speed. We're heading over to East Tamaki now, so we're getting up at 60 here. Now kind of where I am now is probably not the most ideal. I'm kind of in that van's blind spot, so if I can see his mirrors, he can see me, so I can get a little bit up. Apologies for the sunlight straight into our face and probably into the camera. Alright, so we're moving along here. We're keeping an eye out, and we actually have to scan. While I was talking, I didn't scan on the left hand side all those roads. Alright, so you have to scan. On mirrors at the moment, I'm coming here, but he did pull me up on that. He said those two there you didn't scan. Now I'm coming in, joining the lane, and I've looked over my shoulder and I indicated. Now I'm going to scan down here. Alright, that's what he wants you to do. He actually calls that an intersection. I was like, mate, it's a road, not an intersection. Alright, so we're going to mirrors indicate, and I'm going to roll over, and I'm moving into this lane. Alright, again, I'm going to go in this driver spot right about here, and my tyre is going to stay behind this white line. I'm shifting down, and I've got my hand on the brake and the foot brake. Now that I'm sitting here, I'm changing into neutral. I can free my hands up, as you can see. I'm always scanning, red light's on, but when it's green like it is now, I still scan. I look on the inside, make sure no guy on another bike sneaking up beside me. This is a 50k up